Hi, my oldest daughter, Angie, gave me four grandboys. They're men now. My oldest son, Marcus, doesn't have any kids. My next oldest son, Maurice, has given me three grandkids. My next oldest son is Mario, and he has given me three grandkids. I mention this to you because I have not done anything for my grandkids or their mothers. But I got a good reason for me is that I was born into the world just like they were. And everything they went through, I went through. I would like to think that their situation was a little bit better than mine. But what I want to say is this: why didn't I do anything? Did I want to? Of course I did. Every man wants to take care of his kids and his grandkids. I have other children, two daughters and two more sons. My next oldest son has one daughter, and I have one grandchild with Eddie. My youngest son is Josh, and I think I got four grandkids. Ladies and gentlemen, I have not done anything worthwhile mentioning for my kids' mothers or my grandkids or my kids. Because I didn't have anything, you say, why did I bring them into this world? I have no explanation for that, but I did. And the reason that I didn't do anything for them is because I wanted to do something that mattered. I knew that they would survive like I did, at least I hope they would. But I wanted to give the best that I could give of my life to make sure that they could have the things in life, my kids and my grandkids, that they would be able to experience peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction, and to live the life rather than dream about it. I say this because just like I care about them, I care about the rest of my family. My family living in Chicago, aunts and cousins, living in Missouri, uncles and cousins, living in Mississippi, aunts, uncles, and cousins, living in Florida, uncles and cousins, living you know who you are. My name is Eddie Bernard Marcus, Jackson Porter Marcus, if you want to call me that. And you know you're related to me. And I wanted to do the best for you that could have ever been done for you. I wanted God's blessing to rain down on you. So while I wasn't able to do anything for you, I kept working because I knew that on a job, I couldn't help anyone but myself. But if I worked for God, I anticipated that God would be the answer to all of our prayers. And so I spent from the time I was 27 years old, 28 years old, until this very moment where I am 76, doing what I was led to do by God in hopes that God would do what I dreamed that God would do. And I can say this: God has kept you, the family members that I mentioned, alive. And God has kept me alive. But that's not all I was doing. I also had the understanding that God cared about every human being on the face of the earth, just like God cares about me, just like God cares about all of my children, all of my grandchildren, and all of my relatives. And the work that I was doing for God was not just to take care of me, take care of my ex-lovers and wives and children and grandkids and nieces and cousins and all that other stuff, but for you too, all the white folks who who needed it, and that's all of them. All of the rest of the black folks who needed it, and that's all of them, and all of the other people that's on the globe. I wanted you to know that the God that kept me through all of this really loves you just as much as that same God loves me. And I wanted you to know that. But, sometimes it's hard to just know when you don't have the show. So I'd worked my life to this point that God would create the show for you. And if you're still living, you're still healthy, God has been doing it for you all the time. But that wasn't doing this for you can breathe, right? And so that I counted on that anyway. But I wanted you to be happy with life. I want you to be satisfied with life. I want you to wake up every morning not worrying about war, not worrying about crime and violence, not worrying about lying and cheating and stealing, whether it came from you or from somebody else in the world. I wanted you to live a heavenly life, a satisfied life, every last human being on the face of the earth. So I've done what I possibly could. I mean, if you ever check out my story, which I won't be able to share with you here, you will understand. And I want to thank God for allowing me to live as long as I've lived and just to struggle as long as I've struggled, even though my kids and my grandkids and my ex-lovers and wives and maiden night, I've never felt anything about it at all. It was an effort. I mean, I went through some stuff and God kept me through some stuff. And I still believe that God cares and loves every human being on the face of the earth. But as I've gotten older, and it didn't happen through me, it really didn't happen through me. And for me, I don't think it's going to happen through me. And I'm just saying, I don't want to say that I'm giving up because as long as I got life and I can breathe and I can reason a little bit, I'm going to still be focusing on is there anything else that I can do to make my dream come true for all of the human beings on the face of the earth? Because I think my dream is the same dream that God has. And I want to thank all of you all over the globe who don't know anything about me. I want to thank you for being alive. And I want to thank you and apologize to you for all the suffering that you had to go through if you've gone through. And even those of you who were rich, who were blind as could be. I mean, I've seen a lot of people lose their sight. They couldn't help it. They were just blind. I've seen a lot of people who couldn't think. I've seen a lot of people who embraced pain and suffering, who did everything they possibly could to cause pain and suffering. God loves you as well. And so when I say I'm satisfied with life, I'm satisfied with the fact that I always cared about you. I never killed a single one of you. I talked about you because I felt like talking about you, but I never did anything to cause you pain. And everything that I did that will bless anybody would also bless you. That's the way I see it. I say the same thing that is necessary to take care of one person, the same strategy and otherwise is the same thing to take care of 8 billion. So, God, I just want to say thank you. I'm sorry if I failed you. And I think initially I wanted to say, if you were ready for me to come home, it's okay. I know I cannot make the world be straight. I can only be a light. And I don't even know if I've been the kind of light that you wanted or required, but I've been the light that I've known to be. And I want to thank you for the wattage that I have. I just want to say, thank God. Thank all of the people on earth for giving me an opportunity to live in this wilderness and to be who God made me to be.